Hey, this is Shawna. I wanted to take time to explain kind of the healing process. Excuse me. The first thing that you need to do when you're healing, right, or working on something, is to identify that you are toxic. When we're born pure. But then we take on generational wounding, cultural wounding, religious, as part of culture, and then social norms. And everybody's telling us how we need to be and act. It's all wounding that's forced upon us. So then we have all these woundings, and we take on, our parents raised us, and they never had the tools to heal themselves, a lot of them. So we take on their wounding and what they think is their perception of right or wrong, or who we need to be with. And so we take on an image, or we get into relationships that make other people happy other than ourselves. So one is, when we attract people in, that's our vibration. So if you're attracting toxic people to you, or you keep in a karmic loop with somebody, it's because you're not working or healing on yourself. And I hear this a lot. I'm in this toxic relationship and I'm working on it. Well, you're not working on it until you leave it. You have to leave it. Once you recognize the pattern, you need to leave and not look back until you're looking back to see how far you've come. Once you leave that relationship or that toxic situation or job or whatever it is, then the healing process can begin. Say you have an addiction. It's really hard to heal yourself when you're in the addiction. But once you get out of it, right? And you're in, that's when the healing process starts. And that's just, once you step out of that toxic situation, the healing process begins. So if you're in a relationship, you know it's toxic, you know it's not for you. And if that person is trying to control you, or jealous, or putting their hands on you, or calling your names, or putting you down, and so stop making excuses for them. Leave that relationship. You deserve better. These are all woundings, of lack of self-worth and self-love. So once you leave that relationship, don't jump into another relationship because you're relying on somebody else to validate you, to make you feel good, to make you feel whole. You need to take some time and just sit and be with yourself. If you're going to work do a job, do a job that you're passionate about. Get into things that you're passionate about. Get into people who are passionate about you, but they're healthy people. Get with somebody who's working on themselves as well. It's hard to heal when you're with somebody or in a toxic relationship. I know, because I was in a toxic relationship for like 7 years. I was stuck there. And even though that was spinning in my mind of how I needed to escape it and how I needed to get out of it, I wasn't healing. There's no way, it was not possible for me to heal during that time. So recognize that you are toxic and you need to cleanse this toxicity out of you. 2 is recognize these toxic patterns and behaviors that you are bringing to you due to your vibration. And 3, you leave them, you stop, you change behavior. You stop that pattern and behavior. And then you start the healing process. And that is digging deep, not surface level. You got to dig deep. What created the wound? You have to go to the root. We're healers. We're not medical doctors. Medical doctors put a Band-Aid on it. Healers are going to give you the tools to go to the root and pluck it out and reprogram your mind and your thinking and move forward. Being independent, not codependent. Being healthy, body, mind, and soul. And that means thinking healthy thoughts about yourself. Your perception on your world and your environment, because your reality is what you think you create. We give you the tools. So I just wanted to come on here and explain a little bit about the healing process and the steps, because it is in stages. We say it's like peeling back layers of an onion. God bless. Take care.